Welcome to Rusty's Sudoku stream. I'm getting a little bit of lag in the audio. I'll live with it. In any case, let's get this stream going. I'll be giving you uh, 20 seconds. $10 seconds by default and 10 seconds for having used 10 minutes setting up instead of starting a solve. All right, and that's done. So one of these two is a 2. One of these 3 is a 1. One of these 2 is a 1. So one of these 2 is a 1. I've got 2 possibilities for a 1 there. 3 here. And an unknown number here. Let's check other places for 2s. I got 2 possibilities here. 2 possibilities. 1 possibility here. It's that one. Turns that into a 2, not a 2 there. One of these 2 is a 2. I've got 4 possibilities here. All right, on to 3s. 3 here, given. 2 possibilities for 3 here. No, 3 here. This is not a possibility because of this down here. All right, one of these 2 is a 3. 4 possibilities here so far. 2 here, though. Oh, not that one. So that's a 3. Means one of these 2 is a 3. And down here, one of these 2 is a 3. So we move on to 4s. We've got a 4 here, here. This gets to be a 4 because this blocks this one. One of these 2 is a 4. Three possibilities here and 2 possibilities, no, 3 possibilities here. And here I've got 4 possibilities. All right, how about 5s? We got a 5 here and here. So one of these 2 is a 5. This 5 says one of these 3 is a 5. One of these 3 is a 5. One of these 3 is a 5. 4 possibilities here. And 4 possibilities here. All right, how about 6s? Now we've got a 6 given here. 3 possibilities for a 6 here. 6 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. All 6 of these are possible there. 4, 5 possible here. And we end up with 3 possibilities here for 6. 7s. We've got a 7 here and here and here. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. One of these 2 is a 7. 7 here. So I'm not going to get any there. One of these 3 is a 7. I've got 2 possibilities for a 7 here. 2 possibilities for a 7 here. And 3 up here. Alright, how about 8s? We've got an 8 here. Lots of places with 3 possibilities. Few with 4. Nothing looking like a good place for me to drop a couple of 8s. So let's look at 9s. Get a 9 here, here, and here. 9 here, so one of these 2 is a 9. Looking at 3 possibilities for a 9 here. Three possibilities here, 2 here. 4 possibilities here. Alright, we are to flood fill stage. Don't like it much. A couple possibilities for a 1 there. 3 here. 3 here. 3 here. Okay, 2s. There's 3s on the board. 4s. 8 eighths. All right. All right, I got to start here. What I'm seeing is that an 8-6 here and an 8-6 here. That can't be either 8 or 6, so it's a 4. That makes this a 1 and this a 9. This becomes a 5, and we get a 7-4 pair here. So that can't be a 4 a couple different ways. That becomes an 8. And those two become 5 3s. So we can clean up the 5s here. Pair of 1 6s. That makes this into an 8. And that makes this a 6. This becomes a 7. And what am I missing here? Looks like it's a 9. So we can clean up the 9 6s up here. We get an 8 2 8 2. 8 5 becomes a 5. 7 8 becomes a 7. Not a 7 there. Clean up those 2 8s. Clean up that 1, that 5. This becomes an 8. Clean up 8s now. 7 here. This becomes a 1. Not an 8. Not a 7. Not an 8 here. Not a 5 either. Not a 1. Ooh, 1's to clean up here. That becomes a 6 and a 4. Not a 6 here or here or here. Also not a 4 here anymore. 5 3 5 3 5 1. The 5 1 becomes a 1. We end up with a 5 over here, and we've got a pair of 9 6s on the line. We have 7 2 7 2 8 2, so that's going to be an 8 2 here. Not an 8, 9 6 9 6 there. Not a 5 or a 2 here, not a 2 here. Here we still have 5 3s. Clean up a little bit up here. All right, here we get 1, a 3. That turns that into a 5. This becomes a 3. Not a 1 here, that's a 1. This is a 6. 5 here, 3 here, 6 here, 5 here, 8. And we've got this entire column of squares complete. 9, 6 pair here. This is no longer a 6, so that's a 1. That's no longer a 1. Get a 9, 6 pair. This becomes a 6, so not a 6 here or here, not a 8 here, so that's a 9. This is an 8. 6 here, 9 here, 6 here, 4, 9, here we get an 8, a 2, a 6, and a 3, a 7 and a 2 here, a 7 and a 4 here, and it is solved in 18 minutes and 19 seconds, which, considering I was falling asleep in some of that, it's not bad. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a good day tomorrow, good day today, and we will get a puzzle posted with the new one, or with the new puzzle for the day on Blue Sky. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.